Welcome, everybody, to my living room. We're in my living room. What on earth are you doing in my room? Get out. Game streaming, love it or hate it, it's the future. And that's the way we're going. Of course, internet has to catch up and a bunch of different things, but it is the future, love it or hate it. It's gonna make it so that you don't have to buy a box and you can play on your phone or your TV or anything, just having an internet connection and a controller. It's honestly great. Before we dive in, I've used xCloud before. I used it in the early access and it wasn't an amazing experience. If you saw the demo of Forza before, it was really delayed. Practically, it was the same as that. I'm hoping they've improved and that's what we're here to test today. PlayStation Now has been around for a really long time, which is Sony's equivalent to xCloud, and I have to say, it's a decent experience. I haven't really made much use of it. Usually I'll end up downloading the games anyway. I do actually use Stadia. Stadia, so far from my experience, is the most fully featured, fully well done experience in terms of streaming. But without further ado, let's dive in to some xCloud. So as you can see here, I have my Xbox One controller with a nice little grip. This grip, I went all the way to Bista to get this. So all we need to do is turn on the controller. The pairing of the controller, I have to say, was a little bit of a nuisance at the beginning, but once it's done once, super easy, super nice. So we're now in the region of restriction on cloud gaming. Yeah, sure. So I have tried 2 games thus far. I haven't properly dived into either of them very much. And of course, it's a racing game channel, so we're going to jump on Forza Horizon 4. So what happens is you launch it and it basically finds a server. I'm going to show you this like as it happens so you get an idea. It basically finds a server for you to connect to, or finds a system that's free available, because basically they're emulating the Xboxes on the other side, and it gets your game ready. It gets your game data from your Xbox as well, so that's super nice. I'm glad that I've started a new game, and if I play a game at home on my Xbox and have an internet connection, and then I go out somewhere and I'm like, you know what, this has got a decent this place has a decent connection, I can jump back in. But as you can see, it's launch day. It's going to be a little bit busy, but we're in just like that. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a proper capture for my audio on the actual device, because Android capture is just not that easy, to be honest with you. And unfortunately, it's not an iPhone right now, which is also another big shame. Apple just did not want this to be a thing. So as you can clearly see, this is Forza Horizon 4 running on my phone. It's not running on my phone, it's playing on my phone, but it's technically running in a completely different location. Now, this is a realistic test for the UK. These are my broadband speeds. I'm quite embarrassed to show, and that's what I've been uploading with every single bloody day, and it's awful. I cannot stand it. Hopefully that's going to be fixed very soon, but this is the fastest package I can get. Horrendous. So we're loading in. It's pretty much, I would say, it kind of matches the load speeds and the like of the Xbox Series S is what it's kind of simulating. At least that's what it feels like. So the only issue I've had thus far with setting it all up was my account being messed up, but I solved that. And then also, here we go, we're actually in the game now. The controller, I was having a bit of a fight with Bluetooth, but that's just bloody Bluetooth, isn't it? Okay, we are in the game. This is pretty sick. So let's start off by going for a little drive. I can't believe that. This day and age is just getting crazy. This is the real next gen game streaming a full AAA title on my phone. Now, you're going to be like, Theo, you're driving badly. I'm going to say there's 2 main reasons as to why that's the case. There's a little bit of delay, and I have to say they've definitely improved the delay from what it was before. Thank the Lord, because the delay was, I'm talking about 3-4 second delay, which is just unacceptable. It's just physically not possible to play a game with that type of delay. They've now improved it. From my testing, I don't have any proper equipment for the testing. So I would say the actual testing, we're talking about half a second delay at most. But that's on my internet connection, which is really not that good. I'm pretty sure with a better internet connection, you'll do better. Now, this game streaming service has one up over Google Stadia, and that is that it supports mobile data. I just hit a car. With Stadia, you have to have a Wi-Fi connection. With xCloud, you only need an internet connection, full stop. You can use your beautiful 4G if you have it available, or 5G if you're one of the lucky ones. Unfortunately, there's no 5G in my area still, but you can see there's a bit of a delay. So I'm actually going to show you the delay now. So if we go into this menu and I press down, up, there's a significant delay. And in a racing game, that's quite frankly impossible to use. I'm going to go in the cabin again and kind of show you here. So if I go, of course, it's not a huge delay. There has been a heck of a lot worse. I played on live. I got on live as one of my first streaming services. That, my friends, honestly, was actually really ahead of its time. And of course, Google, with its big databases and everything that they've got for YouTube, clearly have had the groundwork available. And I'm pretty sure Amazon would have a very, like Amazon and Google, I feel like, would be the top dogs for something like this. But this is awesome. I'm actually playing Forza on my phone. So let's jump into a race, because obviously you're going to want to see how can you actually play on this. Everything is super tiny. I would say playing on a tablet would probably be better, but let's go for this random. I'm going to fast travel because I'm lazy. Here we are, and boom. Hopefully in the future, once they properly get going with this, we can get some Xbox Series X loading times, because that would be perfect. SSDs and all, which I imagine they would do. Like, surely that's what they're going to do. So let's jump into solo. And let's change the car. Let's not go for something that's quite so fast, because of course you generally got to be quite good with those cars anyway. So I'm going to pick something. Where's all reliable? Oh baby, my Evo 10. And we're just going to choose the event package that it suggests to us. I love me an Evo 10. I actually purchased one of these. Very cool cars. Right. Unfortunately, it is winter as well, which is not the best season to jump into slight delayed input on a streaming service, but it looks great. So I got to give it that. All right, let's see how we get on. Now, as I said, there is quite a significant delay, and therefore you have to kind of pre-plan. And normally I'm not amazing at Forza, but I'm not this bad. My objective is to possibly win a race. If I can't win a race, I'm gonna be slightly upset, because I usually win every bloody event on this game. They're flying away from me. I can't actually see them because the resolution was clearly not very good for this phone. Of course, you're never going to really match a phone game that's made for a phone screen in terms of like visibility and the like. But the fact that I can play a fully fledged PC console game on my phone with just paying my normal subscription of Game Pass that gives me games. Oh God, no! Okay, I'm quite interested to see how it's going to perform on other people's internet, but for the UK, this is about average, which is kind of sad. And I have tried it on other people's connections before and had about similar results. Of course, it would probably remove the stuttering. There's like, every now and again, there's a slight stutter. I think, I'm trying to think of like a use case for this. The problem is, I would say it doesn't feel amazing. I would say the best use case for something like this needs to be optimized for use on this type of platform. It's going to be a while before that's a thing, because a lot of people have got to adopt it beforehand, but I think it's a good chance for Microsoft and Sony and everyone to start properly like pushing for some streaming optimizations or streaming modes for games. For example, I think this is perfect for those that play FIFA or something similar. Now, I don't suggest that you play it online or against other people and stuff, but what I would say is that I think this would be super cool for those special events or special pack openings or something like that. You can just do that downstairs without going upstairs on your Xbox and, you know, setting up to play a game. You can literally jump on for 5 minutes and check like leaderboards and all this type of stuff. I think that's probably the best use as of right now for this type of thing. So that is Forza. Now, I will say there is more delay on Forza than I found on other games. That's what I found originally. So what I want to do now is go off quit game. Yes, I would like to quit game. And it brings me back to this menu and you get all these games accessible. Super nice category in here. Now, I have only really played these two, my two Microsoft games that I generally play the most. Sea of Thieves is the best Microsoft exclusive. hands down. Took a little bit of time, but we are in. So this game, once again, I would say is quite difficult to play. I'm not going to say expect you're going to be playing Call of Duty anytime soon or something like this. So once again, let me show you the delay. Bang, bang, bang. I feel like it's either less delay or there's the fact that it doesn't really require as much instant reaction in this type of game. So one last thing that I really want to do, I want to try using my mobile data, because quite frankly, my mobile data is probably faster than my Wi-Fi. So let's give that a go. What we're going to do is quit this, turn off my network, and we should now be on just mobile data. So let's jump in and see what happens. This may actually work. This may solve all my problems, and if so, I'll have to do some kind of disclaimer or something. But yeah, this is an advantage that it has over Stadia, because Stadia does not allow you to use mobile data whatsoever, and I think that's a missed opportunity. I think it's to try and make sure that people don't waste all their data, because we still have data caps on mobile data pretty much everywhere around the world. So I guess it would make sense. But that's not to say that I accept it. It should be solved. Let's fix it. So I can hear the game booting in the background. This is now running off of mobile data. Let's see, there's like a warning here. Network may be experiencing some problems. I mean, it's mobile data. It's always experiencing problems. Okay, jumping in. This is what we're seeing here. So we can definitely tell that it's a lot more blocky. At least I can tell. Okay, I pressed a button. I'm still waiting for the... I'm gonna press it again. Yeah. This is 4G, and my 4G is definitely faster than 30 meg, so... Oh, it just reacted. Was that my first press? Okay, so... Oh, it's disconnected. So I'm gonna say that 4G currently is a no. The problem with 4G is everybody's using it. It's currently 328, which means that kids are still just getting back from school. So basically... Oh, hang on, we're back. Are we any better? Yeah, this is totally... Oh my. Pixel blocks it. I can count the pixels. Oh, my driving is a million times worse as well. Yeah. I'm gonna say no to this. Early stages right now, I'm gonna say that I would say, in terms of how you're gonna use this, it's probably gonna be opening FIFA packs and checking leaderboards and that type of thing. I do think we will get to a point where it's going to be adapted to this, and I appreciate one thing that Microsoft is doing over Sony in this. I normally play on PlayStation, but the PlayStation streaming service doesn't let you play on phone or tablet or TV, which is just bizarre to me, because the whole point of streaming is to be able to buy a controller and you can play. To then make it so you can only do it on PlayStation devices seems a bit stupid to me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Have you tried it? Have you had better experiences? I'm probably not going to use it for a little while, but I will loop back to it, because game streaming, as I said, is the future, and Microsoft trying to be one of the pioneers in this, I'm always going to appreciate. So thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.